Before even you just have a listen to how Senator Edwin Sifuna did deconstruct not only President William Samoei Ruto but also the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in a today's morning show. Allow me render my submission. Now, from where I sit, I anticipate that come 2027, we are likely to witness a political massacre, exactly the same thing like what happened to Jubilee in the Mount Kenya region. And in this context, I honestly see a string of possibilities that anything or anyone who shall be affiliated and aligned his interests to be pro-President William Samoei Ruto, I kid you not, I honestly see a string of possibilities that they are likely to be voted out. In fact, anyone who will be affiliated to President William Samoei Ruto and shall be seeking votes, it will be as hard as selling miniskirts in Somalia for them to be elected, not only in the Mount Kenya region, but rather in the entire country at large. Senator Edwin Sifuna has this morning decided to deconstruct both President William Samoei Ruto, his party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and the senior counsel professor of law, Professor Tom Ojienda. Senator Sifuna schooled Professor Tom Ojienda, telling him that irrespective of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga supporting President William Samoei Ruto, he was as sure as the sun shall rise tomorrow that they are likely to lose with the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And why will they both fail? It was due to the simple reason that President William Samoei Ruto had completely and has completely lost ground. And as of the time of this broadcast, he has no any solid support base, not unless from his own backyard, being the Rift Valley region. And this could be the only first time that I'm currently aligning my opinion with Senator Sifuna. It is because times above numbers. Having looked at how Senator Sifuna plays his politics, I've always been of the idea that he is very good at playing populist politics. And that is why when he appears on the mainstream media, he aligns his interest pro the people. But immediately when the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga calls them for a meeting and coerces them to vote for a bill in favor of President William Samoei Ruto, guess what? They automatically follow the orders as conveyed by their party leader. And that is why, irrespective of the ideological differences that I have with Senator Sifuna, this being the first time I concur with his sentiments that President William Samoei Ruto has completely lost ground. And that is the reason as to why President William Samoei Ruto, being a schemer, he saw it fit, instead of him working for Kenyans, he saw it fit to pocket the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga purposely for him to seek legitimacy. And in fact, millions of Kenyans are likely to be shocked when they will come to the realization that President William Samoei Ruto could contest come 2027, vying with an ODM ticket. But from where I sit, that's still actually remains a wait-and-see situation. And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well just feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you've been watching my videos and you've not subscribed, you can as well just consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you and may God bless you. And here is the bite.
Nobody goes to the ballot to re-elect a president is the things they have done for them at an individual level. How has he managed the affairs of the country? How has he managed the economy? Are Kenyans happier? Are Kenyans in a better place than when he took over? How is the state of health? How is the state of education? How is the state of our economy, Trevor? If you are telling me that you're going to re-elect Ruto because he gave Baba a lift from the hotel to the venue of the AUC election, there's something very wrong with you. There's people who are telling us that they will vote for Raila, for Ruto, to spite those two mamambogas who are singing that they were happy in Karatina. Two mamambogas at a market in Karatina who are singing and saying they're happy that Baba lost. Now people tell us we vote for Ruto to punish those people. What sort of sense is that? That is not common sense. It is absolute absurdity. I want to tell William Ruto that the only reason he will be re-elected, because everybody knows that even him pretending to front Raila, because Raila himself has told us that he did not ask Ruto to support him. And when he announced that he was going to run for this thing, it was of his own volition. He said it himself. If there is somebody lying to Ruto, because everybody knows this was supposed to be a ruse to try and come and blackmail, because he knows people love Baba. He knows people love Baba. So he comes and tells us, oh, I supported him, I helped him, I did this for him, and this and that, so that he blackmails Raila supporters emotionally, because we like when people do good things for Baba, and when they honor him. But what has he done for us as a people? The people who are going to vote in this particular election will be asking those questions. Let me finish by saying that Ekuru has made a prediction here that there will be a referendum. Ekuru doesn't know how Ruto fears the people. Ruto cannot dare to put a referendum question to the people of Kenya right now. And in fact, I said yesterday, it is an insult to Raila Odinga to tell him that you can bring a constitutional amendment to put a seat for Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga fought for this constitution not because it was going to create a seat for him. He wanted us to live in dignity. He wanted us to live in a country where we are free. So you cannot tell us that you will bring a referendum. To do what? To support a constitutional change to give Raila a seat. As I've said, Raila is not idle. He has things to do. He is a father, he is a husband, he is a grandfather, he is a party leader, he is a leader of the opposition. So he has things to do, Trevor. He's not idle. And I've said it here myself previously, that when Raila wants something, he will use his own mouth to tell us. There are messages that are too important to send Ojienda. I am telling you, if Raila wants to support Ruto in 2027, he will not send Ojienda. For heaven's sake, that is a message too important to be left to Ojienda, or in fact any other person. He will tell us himself. And I am telling you, I will respect his decision. If he says he's going to support Ruto, I will respect that decision. But I am telling you, and I have said it, I will tell him, I've told him, that because as SG of ODM, I have a global view of the country. I get calls from Tana River. This guy does not know. If you ask him to tell me the chairperson of ODM in Tana River, Oscar Kaseme speaks to me and he tells me in Tana River, people are saying, even if you support Ruto, you will fail. I get calls from Kericho, from Turkana. You know, that is the reason why I am convicted, because these are not things I just come up with in my head. I have a global view of the country. I have networks across the country. Okay. People tell me, I call my chairperson in Nyandarua and I ask him, were those two people who are singing in Karatina, do they reflect the view of the people in Nyandarua? And he says no. Okay. So Tom Ojienda oscillates between Muhoroni and Kondele. I have a global view of the country. He doesn't speak to the people in Kwale. Okay. So when I say these things, I know my sources, Trevor. All right. We want to make it very clear.
Trevor,
he said, no, there's something he said. There's something he said finally here, that even Sifuna will support Ruto. Yes. In that booth, I want you to bring your cameras on the day of the election. Yes. Personally, there is no way I can support Ruto. There is no way.